Hello guys, how you doing? It's Peabutnutterninja, and guys, it is Ares Instalock Day in Smite Beta. This is one of the 2 times that I was able to play Ares, and what I like to do first is I like to get this mystical mark first off, and then I also like to grab myself 1 or 2 health potions. Let us grab 2. And guys, there are some big changes here in the match. There are only 2 ability slots as opposed to 3 before, and there are 2 consumable ability slots here on the right. So guys, this is pretty beefy. Ares is the anti-tank tank, and when we start with F3 for Searing Flesh. Apparently Ann here has no money. But that is that is too bad, as he needs money to live. So let's hope that we are getting an all physical lane. There are 2 physicals right now, Odin and Ann here, and then there are 3 magicals, Agni, Zeus, and Ares. So what we are gonna get is the magical Void Stone after this, and hopefully Ann here comes back very shortly. So right now, when you start with Ares, don't plan to do a lot of damage right off the bat. He only does 1% of the max target's health and 15 magical damage. Not that much. If you hit him all 8 hits, that is let's see, 120 damage plus 8%, and that, guys, is not a lot, especially when the enemies are starting out. So guys, just keep in mind that if you are playing Ares, you have to play super defensively in the beginning, and once you hit level 5, you can start having a lot more utility, and especially with bolster defenses. I do like doing bolster defenses, especially early on, not to damage the enemy, of course, but just to help my teammate, because in the beginning I won't be doing that much damage. I do get shackles as my second skill, as that allows me a little bit more escape than crowd control. So we do have a magical and a physical in our lane, guys, so this is going to be very interesting to see how this works out. And Zeus doing a lot of damage. I'm getting hit with some of those archers, but that is okay. And guys, Ares has a lot of physical defense to begin with, and I do get hit with a lightning bolt here, but I think it's going to wear off very shortly. He is hitting my Ann here. He does not use detonate, as it is on a very long cooldown. Oh, Vamana kills an Ann here on the left with Hebo. So guys, doing a lot of damage, and let us see what we can do here. And so the cool thing about shackles, guys, is if you launch 1, you can launch 2. So let me show you. There's 2 and then there's 3. So guys, you can keep casting shackles, but guys, it does burn up all your mana, as you see, especially if you cast 3 shackles in a row. So just be very careful when you do that. Although it does do damage over 4 seconds, that is 25 magical damage over 4 seconds. So that is very interesting there. And Odin taking some damage from my minions, and that is too bad. So right now I'm just gonna have to back off. You can see that Ares does use a lot of mana, so you guys have to be very careful when playing with him, especially early on. So let us see how much this thing costs. 1175. So we're gonna have to be very careful. For now, I am gonna get number 2. Oh, that lightning bolt almost hit me. That would have hurt in the face. And Odin's gonna use his Gungir's Might to do a lot of damage, and now it is Archer versus Archer. And oh, Zeus does get a hit off. Zeus does get 2 hits off. He does get that on me, but that is okay. I still have a lot of physical protection, and I will have magical protection as well very shortly. So after I get my Void Stone, and guys, this mystical mark is going to be very, very powerful, especially once I start stacking my magic power. But in the beginning, Ares is very, very squishy. So guys, just know that he is super squishy. So you guys have to play very, very defensively to start. And at this point, you can go F3 or you can go F1 for shackles. Depends on what you like doing. F3 is more sustained damage, does more damage, but at the same time, F1 is much longer range. So if you're fighting much more ranged guys, and I am fighting maybe a ranged guy and melee guy, so I'm just gonna go with F3 for now, and that allows me to be okay. So I don't think we're gonna get any kills off on Zeus. Let us see what Zeus has right now. I believe he has, oh, he has a Chronos pendant, so he actually gets a lot of MP5 regeneration. And so he can just keep casting if he wants. And he's gonna hit in here twice and do some damage. Oh, he hits him 3 times actually. So that is quite the trade. And guys, my ultimate is here. It is ready. I am ready to dish some damage. And I believe ymir has level 5 too. So if they push out, I will be using my ultimate to pull them out of lane. So guys, let us watch what happens. I do not want to pull Odin and Zeus. I just want to pull Zeus if possible, as Odin has that ring of cages. And guys, that ring of cages is gonna kill me like Macho Man Randy Savage. Oh yeah! So guys, we're doing okay here. So you can see them smartly backing out as they know that I have this wonderful, wonderful skill up my sleeve. And so I don't think there's much that we can do except just play a little bit of defense, and that is okay, guys. Defense is okay. With ymir, you really want to be a little bit more aggressive, especially if you're laning with him. Oh, he almost hits ymir. That would have been pretty bad for us. And let us see if we can do some damage to Zeus. Let's see if we can do some damage, and we do get a lot of damage off on Zeus. We do kill him there. I do get hit with his ultimate lightning, but that is okay. He might ring a cage in here, and that is okay. And let us see if we can get some hits off on Odin, and we can indeed. And what I am going to do is now I do 2% of the enemy's maximum health, so that is 16% over 4 seconds, guys. And so let us just be very careful. I do believe we can get upgrades. And I don't know if ymir is going to keep pushing out. I think he is. And he does use his jump trying to kill me, but that is not going to happen. Not today, guys. And let's hopefully ymir is okay. And I think he's going to actually trap him in the Ring of Spears. And there's a Zeus! A wild Zeus appears. And oh no, guys, I think ymir is in a lot of trouble. No, he's okay. He's going to be fine. He's going to recall out right here. And he should be okay, guys. Yes, 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 yes. ymir is going to be fine and fantastic. He is a lion after all. And if he has the heart of a lion, he's going to do fantastically, guys. And so let us see what we can do here. And we just have some physical defense. And you can see me doing mystical mark damage over time. Very, very nice. And we do have a Zeus here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to leash him. And I'm going to do a lot of damage to him. And he's running away. But guys, guess what? I do have ultimate up my sleeve. And he's not going to get out of that. And I do get the player kill on Zeus. Look how powerful Ares is so early on. That 40 extra magical power that I get from my physical protection, guys. It is a lot of magical power. And so here, if you have to play more defensively, then you can definitely use number 2. But I do like to just build offensively. I build all my magical support offensively. Hades, Zeus, not Zeus, Hades, Sobek, Guan Yu. I build them all magical style. So, ooh, and here's getting some extra damage here. We just need to be very, very careful as we don't want to overextend here. They are going to play super defensively. So what I'm going to get next is this Void Stone. 2280 is what I need. And he does do a lot of damage to ymir. But look at that percentage damage over time. It is OP. What I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to use my number 2 as a cooldown, and that is no problem. I can get out of here. No problem. And oh, he is able to maybe kill Odin there. No, he does not. And oh, that is too bad. We get so close. And we do have an enemy missing middle, incoming right. So we are going to have to back off here. Unless we want to get a face full of dust as we as we die. So no, we do not want that. So we are just going to get some magical protection, get that Void Stone. I don't have boots, as you guys realize, and I do believe that the mystical mark is really, really powerful early on, even worth the cost of that 20 movement speed. Because if Ares gets caught out of lane, then he's just going to get caught. There's no whiffs about it. So guys, I do like to build straight up physical protection first. The enemy is building that void stone first against my mostly magical team. Let us see what they have. And yes, we do have 1, 2, 3 magics, so he is smart in building that. But again, the mystical mark doing 30 magical damage per second, it really does add up, especially if you stay in sustained battle. And what we can do is we can just push this tower just a little bit, because we don't want to overextend too much here. And Zeus wants to get his detonate off, but he won't have that cooldown, which is why I pushed that tower a little bit. Guys, you can see this does 275 damage, and it is quite a lot of damage, to be honest, so we just have to be a little bit careful, guys. And you see that I do miss that chain, and that chain does do a lot of damage. I'll show you. It does 32.5 over 4 seconds, and at level 5 it's going to do a lot of damage. So you guys can mark my words, once I finish building this void stone, you guys will see my magic power skyrocket. So we are looking good, guys. We are looking good and fantastic.
Your middle tower is under attack.
Oh, there's an Ares here as well. And we're gonna have to back out of here as we don't have much we can do. We do kill the Odin, and that is no problem. And it looks like we are going to be able to get away scot-free. I can get another level of magical void stone. I'm going to help ymir jungle though just a little bit here, as we don't know where the enemy's Ares is going. And I'm going to help him just a little bit and not steal it from him, as that would be a really jerk move to do. And here we go. You can see me using my number 2 just to give myself some extra physical protection here. And you can see that 30 damage doing quite a lot, especially against those minions. It is a really good investment early on. And so let us see, Odin is back in lane. We are low on HP, low on mana, but that is no problem. We're not scared. We are big, bad God of War and Slayer of enemies in this lane, guys. And so Zeus and Odin playing close to the tower, and that is actually how you defend against Ares, is that you hug your tower, and you also buy Puri beads. So if you guys are fighting in Ares today, you definitely want to invest in those Puri beads, because once he uses that ultimate, you can cast those Puri beads and he won't be able to push you at all. So just know that, especially for your benefit. And what we can do is we can get, ooh, he's doing some damage to that tower. And oh, ymir accidentally hits Odin. And so we can see them doing the push and tower pull. We see Vamana coming up right. I don't know if he's getting for a gank or if he's going for the armor buff. Looks like he's going for the armor buff instead. So you can see how passive that these guys are playing instead. And do I tag him? No, I do not tag him. That is too bad, guys. And we see an Odin here trying to push out. I'm just trying to bait him a little bit. And since ymir isn't going to the blue with me, I'm just going to back out here and maybe play some defense. I do not know where the enemy Ares is, and so we can see that I have 2 kills already. Ares is pretty good. ymir has 2 kills, 1 kill and 1 assist, so our lane is doing very well, but the enemy lane pushing against Ares is very, very tough, as you can see. And so they're just going to hug their tower, and guys, that is fine by me. And if he wants to push him against me, I am fine. I actually might have been able to cast my ultimate there, but I want to make sure I don't want to overextend here. And so I am actually going to just do a lot of damage to Odin here. And he's going to jump on me, and he's going to use Gungir's Might, but I don't think he's going to be quite enough. And he's actually going to kill Odin for me. Guys, that is wonderful. That is fantastic. I do miss that buff on ymir, but I'm going to have to retreat out of here as soon as I can. We do have a wild Hubo coming in on mid and crashing the party, and I don't know if he's going to kill Agni. Agni does get the kill on him. So I'm letting... Oh, that is too bad. So now, guys, I have my second aura already, and that, guys, that is 80 magical attack on top of the 50 magical power that I get from the Void Stone. So 130, guys. I'm starting to build up my damage a lot. So you can see that my shackles are going to do 85 damage. Is that right? 85 plus 20. So that is what, 115? 105, excuse me, 105 damage for 4 seconds, 400 damage, plus my chains would do 350, plus this does 3% of the target's maximum health as well. Guys, we are starting to turn out to be quite beastly and capable of doing a lot of magic damage. And so the next item that I can get is either the Sovereignty or the Pythagorean's Theorem, and I think I will get the Pythagorean's Theorem, as that'll give me extra magical power and give me some magical lifesteal, and that'll be really useful. What we can do is we can start ganking enemies, especially out in mid. Let's see who's the best. Agni is the best on their team, so what we are going to do is we're going to gank ourselves in Agni, and hopefully in here we'll be able to hold off on Right by himself. And so let us see if Agni is going to push out quite a bit. And he is pushing out on Hebo a little bit here. And what we're going to do is we're going to pull ourselves and Agni together. And we're going to get a fire on him. Guys, how ironic is that? We just fired Agni for Hebo, and Agni is the god of fire, so oh, sweet irony. Oh, that is fantastic. And we see an Odin approaching mid lane, and with the Odin in mid lane, he is looking to break down that tower. But we are going to say, no, Odin, not today, good sir. You are not going to break down that tower as long as I am here. But we are going to break down your tower because you had the same idea, and I did miss with that chain, so we have to be very careful for now. Left lane is missing, so we just have to play a little bit more cautiously. I do see an Odin through the trees. I think he sees me as well, and so let us see where left lane is. They seem to be missing quite a bit. And so the bad thing about Ares is that he's not actually very good in lane, especially against other hard minions, and especially in the jungle. So he doesn't have that extra magical damage he gets from fighting, you know, the little guys or anything else. And we see in wild Ares appearing, and if he changes, that could be very bad news, as that is an instant death. Oh, you have to be careful. You have to be careful. We see that chain going down there. He does miss his chain there, but what I will do is I will get this chain off and let us do a lot of damage to Zeus. Zeus is going to go down. Odin is getting lots of damage, and guys, you can see how I am the anti-tank tank, and these guys are running hard, and I'm gonna give Ra some assistance, and it looks like they're going up. Oh, Ra gets a wonderful kill. I am out of mana, but guys, this last guy, Ares, I don't know if he's gonna get Ra. Ra does have the slows on him. I am guarding the lane pretty hard, and I'm getting quite a bit of lag, so Agni, wild Agni coming in to do some damage, but I don't have any mana. And yes, I finally get some mana here, and Agni on fire again. You can see how much damage that is actually doing. That is so much damage, and I don't have any mana to kill. And yes, oh, Hebo does get killed by Agni. That is too bad. But guys, it is an overall 3-for-1 exchange, and guys, I will take that any day. And what I will do is I will buy some more auras, and we can see that they do recommend the Pythagorean's piece and the Ratatouille, and guys, I will get exactly that. And you can see that I'm not buying boots at all, and this is very interesting because even though I'm super slow with my shackles, I can make up for distance and time. And since I'm tanky already, guys, I don't really need to get those boots, as I can just take a lot of damage and dish a lot of damage at the same time. And so anybody who wants to engage me is gonna be in a world of hurt. But what I can do is I can get myself some of those nifty purification beads against the enemy Ares, as that could be very deadly if I do get pulled. Oh, it looks like my mana is gonna go down, and oh no, and you're doing so much damage. And the worst part about not buying boots is that I am so slow, and we do see a 4-on-1, a 3-on-1 engage here. And what I do need to do is I do need to catch these guys And what I will do is I will catch them and I will pull them all into my tower, and I will do massive amounts of damage to all these people. And here is who I want to kill the most. And Ares, let's double chain you, and he is gonna go down. Double kill on Ares. And Hebo, can you finish off the Zeus? Zeus is casting his ultimate there, and yes, Hebo getting the kill. And oh no, Ra needs a lot of help, and I don't think he'll be able to get it, as I am so slow without any boots. And Odin is going to do the jump here, and that is fine. What I can do is I can kill these guys and get an attack buff. And even though, you know, I don't really need the attack buff as Ares, I will take it. And oh, Hebo finishing off Odin in the left lane. And guys, this is good teamwork. And guys, guess what? I get my third aura item already. So you guys can see that Ares can build without boots. A lot of people start with the reinforced boots just because, you know, they feel it's absolutely necessary, that crowd control reduction. But guys, guess what? Ares has crowd control reduction already. And guess what? If you buy one of these items, he gets magical power, and it's more than just, you know, the 25 defense physical and the 25 magical protection. So guys, if you play defensive with Ares, then you can afford playing without the boots, and then eventually you will be super strong. Look, 505 already. And what can I do? I'm gonna steal this armor buff. And guys, do you realize how strong I'm gonna be with this armor buff? They won't be able to kill me down at all. And guys, I will be able to pull them out of that tower, and you can see Ares pulling that Ra. And I do miss that chain, and that is too bad. There is a wild Agni coming around here, and I will chain him down. And he does have that stun. He is gonna not get away though, as I hope not, at least. And let us see. And I do get that chain off on Ares, but I do think he has enough. Yes, he can get away. Oh, I kill somebody. I kill Agni. That's who I kill. Hebo, no, don't do it. Hebo, don't run into the enemy team. Oh, goodness. Oh, he gets away. He gets away. He gets away. Okay, that's fine then. That is fantastic. And so we see a wild Zeus appear out of nowhere, and I think we'll be able to take this tower no problem, as I'm doing decent amounts of damage. 70 damage, that is quite a lot. And here in the right, and he is pushing, and let us see if I can get some defense, offense on Zeus. And Zeus is going to run away from me because he is scared. He is going to be very scared. I still have my chain up, and I've been targeted by enemy Phoenix, and guys, that is no problem. But what I can do is I can give everybody some physical protection. And oh, there is a wild ant here on the loose on the left lane, and we're just gonna have to be a little bit careful about that. And so what we can do is we can burn down all these minions. Yeah, fire! Urgh! And then let us see where the enemies. So I am in a very hard position to get ganked, and it looks like Ant here has recalled for now. And I think we can actually get the Gold Fury now that the enemy's all preoccupied and dead. So guys, we are pushing really well. We're pushing really hard. I could get a sovereignty, but I think at this time I will get the boots, as that'll really help. And you guys can see that I don't do the percentage of the maximum health on these minions, although that would be really beastly if that was the case. I would actually really appreciate that. But what I can get instead is something nice. So I will get these Boots of the Magi, as I don't need that reinforced, as that extra mana would really help me out. And like I said, guys, you can get that crowd control reduction if you want. You don't really need it, especially since his crowd control reduction is 35%. Look at that, 8 seconds. Can you believe that? 8 freaking seconds. That is ridiculous. So guys, I already have 4 of my items. Where am I? I have 4 of my items, and one of them is going to certainly be Rod Tahuti, and the 6th item is up to you. You can either get the sovereignty or cooldown reduction. It is definitely up to whoever, whatever you feel like. So we see that Odin out in mid lane. I do have some speed now. I don't know. I see a wild ant here coming, and we're just gonna catch some fire on him, and that is no problem. And what I'm gonna do is I'm way out of lane, guys. I think this is gonna be my first death, and it looks like, ooh, I am in a lot of trouble here, and I do need a gank, and I do get the gank from in here. I have no idea where the enemy in here went. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna
Retreat middle lane.
go right lane. Oh,
An enemy.
and what I can do is I can actually shoot down in here. And oh, I'm not gonna get away from this. No, I'm not. That is too bad. I hope some of my teammates do get kills off of that. I do think I will get ahead of the agility though. You can see, oh, Rod does get a kill. Odin's so low. He needs to get away, and it looks like Vamana is trying to get the kill. Now Ares gonna do a Phoenix pull right here, and a stun, and ooh, does he get him? No, he does not get the Ares kill. But oh, Vamana is going for it. He's a champ of Vamana. Can you do it? No, you cannot. You need to back out of there right now. There is no way. Retreat, guys. You are overextending like crazy, and Hebo is gonna go down, unfortunately, here, as he doesn't give the enemy a kill. The Phoenix gets a kill, and that's just too bad. And Odin and Ares back at full strength, coming back, doing some damage. Let's see what the enemy Ares is building. He is building very similarly, but guys, I have so much more magical power than him. And at this point, you can either get Rada Tahuti penetration or Rada Tahuti. Oh well, you guys don't even need it. Let us see, guys. 616 Ares, is he good? He is so good, guys. I am in love with his new skills, as he is so beefy, especially in late game with that anti-tank tank builds. Odin, who's usually very tanky, he could just go and destroy them, no problem. And we do give the obligatory GG, as it is a very good game. You can see him saying not really. Agni on the other enemy team doing well. The Ares on the enemy team not doing that well. So guys, I do like getting, again, that mystical mark first before the boots. You can see boots as my 4th item. And guys, was that a detriment? No, it actually got me more kills than not. So guys, definitely Ares, I love him. He is so strong right now. I think a nerf is going to come either to his damage on his ultimate, or maybe that stun. Maybe it'll just be a 1-second stun. But guys, it is so strong. It is like a super Arachne, magical super Arachne with a great passive, guys. I love it. So guys, I hope you enjoyed this Ares PvP match. Hopefully I have more matches, more longer matches for you soon. But guys, thanks for watching. As always, peace, love, and ninja. Peabutnutterninja signing out. Bye-bye.